Wlbt's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. Wlbt First Alert Weather Plus.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together, we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wlbt's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. Wlbt First Alert Weather Plus.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's another warm start to the week, but we will start to see some changes, just not right away. Right now, temperatures are sitting in the mid to upper 70s, and that humidity is sitting at 82%. So we're going to be looking at some more muggy conditions throughout the course of this afternoon into your Tuesday as well. But we do have some very much welcome change on the way as a cold front expected to drop in by the middle of this week. Right now, Wednesday, Thursday timeframe is what's looking like, where we see some widespread showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could pack a little bit of a punch. So
yeah, that's really been our main focus, is the fact that we are talking about that frontal boundary looking like you can see it developing off to the areas northwest of us into Tuesday night. There is a slight risk for severe weather developing off to the northwest of us for Tuesday. For us in our area, it's more so into Wednesday, though, as that front does swing down into the area. Looking at a better chance of more widespread coverage of some showers and thunderstorms. All starting into the Delta, more so into the Wednesday morning to the afternoon time frame. Then Wednesday afternoon into the evening, it looks like that we could be seeing more rainfall settle into our neck of the woods rather than northwest Mississippi.
Yeah, so some models have this lingering through Thursday morning, so it might be a little bit of a wet morning commute on Thursday, maybe not so much so when it comes to the severe aspect of things. I think that's going to be more so on Wednesday, and then this exits on out by Thursday afternoon, and then we're left with some pretty nice conditions come Friday and into this weekend where it's looking pretty dry. So definitely going to be looking a little bit more fall-like by then. And with some of these storms, there could be some gusty winds, even some smaller sized hail. We do have a marginal risk mainly in the lower Delta on Tuesday, and then pretty much the entire state of Mississippi going all the way into the Midwest under a marginal risk level 1 out of 5. Again, main threats looking like damaging wind, and again, maybe some smaller hail, but the tornado risk, the flash flooding risk as of right now are on the very low end for us here in central Mississippi. So
still is something that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. Obviously, this can change by the time that we actually make it to Wednesday. Seeing a marginal risk 3 days out just shows that there's confidence that we will see a chance for some strong to maybe even some severe storms. Though with a lot of the current modeling, we're just mainly going to be talking about the chance for some damaging winds and large hail. But obviously the big talking point is not necessarily the severe factor, but the big cool off that we're going to be seeing towards the end of this week and into our weekend, with highs dipping well below average to around average for this time of year, even lingering into next week. Not looking like that will return to the 90s just quite yet, but we could be talking about temperatures still being fairly warm into next week.
Yeah, so that front's going to usher in some cooler and drier air, going to be much more comfortable going into your Friday and into this weekend. So that humidity is going to be on the lower end, which is good for any outdoor activities that you may have for Friday night football, for if you're going out to any of the college games on Saturday or just any outdoor activities in general. It's going to be a great day to enjoy the outdoors, not going to be too hot. So that is something to look forward to. And then some of that weather will carry into next week, but it may start to gradually warm up with highs back into the more upper 80s. But overall, our local weather not looking too bad. We've got some welcome changes and some more fall-like weather going into this weekend. But the tropics, on the other hand, a lot of activity going on, not necessarily in the Gulf, but more so in the Atlantic.
Yeah, thankfully staying very, very quiet. Is that a Category 3 now?
Yeah, it's a major
Ooh,
hurricane
man, got
now.
bumped up from a Cat 1 to a Cat 3 this morning. So it was actually talking about forecasting that. So thankfully, expected to stay very far away from the East Coast. A lot of these other systems, some models suggested getting fairly close to areas outside the Carolinas towards the end of this week into the weekend and next week. Obviously, those 70% chance and 40% chance areas have not developed yet. So this is something that we're going to be closely watching over the course of the next 7 to 10 days. But thankfully, like Ashley said, the Gulf and the Caribbean remain quiet. So that's always a good thing for us here at home. But still, if you have friends or family along the East Coast, it's looking like you will at least see some, I believe I was reading rip current issues and high surf just because of that system out there just to the east of Bermuda.
Yeah, so not much for us to are here at home. So that's going to impact us. Of course, we'll keep a close eye on the tropics nonetheless. But overall, not looking too bad to start us off this week. Mixture of sun and clouds. Same going into this afternoon. Maybe a little bit more cloud cover. Could see an isolated shower, but not looking super likely for everyone. Same forecast for tomorrow. Low 90s, an isolated shower, and then those changes arrive by Wednesday. More widespread showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday into Thursday, and then we're looking at cooler and drier weather by this weekend. By the way, I think the big talking point, even though the afternoons aren't going to be too bad, the mornings it's going to be the low 60s. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But overall, that's pretty much what we're looking at over these next couple of days. Some nice changes on the way. Finally going to get to see some rain back in the forecast, actual measurable amounts of rain rather than just those brief pop-up showers. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all we got for today. We'll keep a close eye on what we're expecting in the middle of this week. We should have the timing of this front nailed down a little bit more so over the next 24 hours once our high resolution models can come into play. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got. So we'll have more updates throughout the course of today. Until then, have a great rest of your Monday.